Fellow Lions, I welcome you to our 201C2 IT convention. As you know, it has been difficult times with our virus 19 and upsetting well-laid plans for clubs, families and communities. But the virus has shown us as Lions that we can still work within our communities doing small community projects and checking on our elderly. Our district is in good stead because of the way you as members are working to get together and becoming accustomed to training by Zoom, etc. The club visits are a small problem as our district covers 3 states and a territory, but I hope the DG team will see you somehow before the end of June. If you have any problems, do not hesitate to ring your Zoni or one of the DG teams. I would like to thank my convention team, especially Malcolm McEachran, for the work that they put into this convention before it collapsed and we had to go IT. I would like to also thank you for your support and help getting through these challenging times. Keep in mind my charity for the Australian Lions Childhood Cancer Research Fund and support it if possible. Thanking you all and hoping you'll have an interesting and fulfilling convention. Thank you.
Good morning, District Governor Norm, and welcome to this virtual Lions convention that would have been held in Naracoorte. I'm Malcolm McEachran, Chairman of the convention, and it's my role to read to you the Lions Club purposes. To create and foster a spirit of understanding among the peoples of the world. To promote the principle of good government and good citizenship. To fund civic, cultural, social and moral welfare of the community. To unite the clubs in the bonds of friendship, good fellowship and mutual understanding. To provide a forum for the open discussion of all matters of public interest, provided, however, that partisan politics and sectarian religion shall not be debated by the club members. To encourage service-minded people to serve their community without personal financial reward, and to encourage efficiency and promote high ethical standards in commerce, industry, professions, public works and private endeavours. Thank you. Enjoy.
It is my honour to introduce our guest speaker for today, past Council Chairman Lou Omley, OAM. He is our current LCIF area leader for Australia. Lou is going to speak about clubs getting up and going again. Thanking you.
District Governor Norm and fellow members of the Lions family, Lions, Lionesses, Ladies Auxiliary, Leos and guests. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. A good day, a new era for Lions. A change to what we thought was normal. How have you handled the lockdowns, the rejection at the borders? What opportunities are open for new members? Can you still have face-to-face meetings? What about projects, activities and fundraising? How will you do them in the future? What have we done about mental health of our families? Do you have a system of ringing each other and asking, are you okay? Is there anything you need? How can we help? Remember, where there's a need, there's a lion. I'm from Melbourne and we have been and are going through very tough restrictions. Our family of 4 children and their families, 11 grandchildren, live all over Australia and I miss them. So much so that I've broken out and broken the rules. I hitched up the van and headed for the foreshore at Lake Mulwala. Over the bridge on the way to New South Wales. Too cold for swimming, but the fishing was great. Then we headed up through the Victorian Garden State, right through the centre. G'day mate, how you going? Caught up with a lot of friends all over the place. G'day boys, I hope your study's going well. G'day me favourite old mate, how you going? Okay, camping wherever we could on the way through and burning a banger on the barbecue. Keeping up with the old tradition of sausage sizzles. After all that and the fun we had with our friends in the barbecue, we're now looking towards the outback, South Australia and the wineries. Oh boy, a couple of days at the wineries and plenty of selection. Yeah, looks like a good one, a 1920 Shiraz from South Australia, very good. Sorry, not 1920, 2000 selection. Over here we have from the northern part of the state, but this should do us. And oh boy, look at this. Couple of glasses from Beachport. 2014, what a great convention that was. The only trouble with this, we spent too much time in here and had too much fun. Thank you. After all that, we started looking towards Darwin and going up to the top end to catch up, chat and play with the grandchildren on Zoom. The best way to get around and see all of them. The view of the mountains, the travelling through the country, it has been absolutely terrific. But remember, it all depends on the way you look at things. So please take a new look. Look at Lions Club's International Foundation, your way of empowering service through grants and donations. Go out to the public and ask them to either join us or by making a donation towards Campaign 100. They can also make a pledge. Many Australians call our country heaven on earth, but we have just been through a period and the only way to describe it is the gates of hell opened up. And we are heading towards that same type of weather again.
The only way to describe those days was the gates of hell were opened up.
What we experienced that day. I don't think I'll ever experience that again, hopefully.
Who's Darwin Charlie, over?
In my 21 years as a firefighter, I've never experienced or seen any fires to this magnitude. The sheer size of the fire, the ferocity of the fire, so much area burning everywhere, we could not control it in any way, shape or form.
I lost most of what I had. I don't think I'd be here if I stayed around and tried to defend this.
We found out 2 days after our place that was not covered on insurance.
At my age of 65, it leaves me precious little time to establish myself.
There's been thousands of homes lost. Quite a few lives have been lost through this. None of us here have ever seen anything like this in our village.
We can't stay here. It will never be the same. The generosity of others, it has helped amazingly. Every little bit financially helps recoup what you need to get back on your feet.
I'm one of many affected by bushfires, both here locally and more widely across Australia. It's actually going to take a long time to recover.
When you've lost it all, it becomes a cycle. You can't get the money in to pay for those extra things. You know, the bills don't stop coming in.
What we need is that continued support, not only for months, but potentially for years.
We have received over 900,000 from LCIF and from New Zealand to help with the replacement of water tanks filled with water and the repair of damaged property. Go out and tell people what we have done, what we are doing. It is not a secret. Humanitarian efforts. 245 people die each day from measles. We help by vaccines and sponsoring programs around the world. Disaster relief. Robbing innocent people of homes, jobs and lives. We help by grants and physical support and being prepared for natural disasters. Vision. 253 million individuals are blind. This may triple by the year 2050. We are the Knights of the Blind. We help. Youth. 2/3 of children report being victims of bullying. We help by education and health services. Diabetes. 425 million people are living with diabetes, and the number is growing. We help by multifaceted, comprehensive health incentives. Childhood cancer. Every 2 minutes a child is diagnosed. We help with a donation to the Garvan Institute in Sydney of $2 million, and by setting up centres around the world. Hunger. Each night 820 plus million people go to bed hungry. We help with resources and infrastructure. Environment. By 2025, half the world's population will be living in water-stressed areas. We help by generating long-term ecological impact. Like over 14 million trees we planted with past International President Tam. Be very proud of what you do. Go out and tell the people about Lions. And when we all get back on our feet and to some kind of normality, remember your foundation. It gives you the funds to empower service. So please donate to LCIF. My mother was from Ireland, and she used to say, around every cloud there is a silver lining. And at the end of every storm there is a rainbow. Thank you. Stay well, stay safe. You might think I'm crazy with what we've just been through, but please look at things differently.
I would like to thank Lou for giving us his time and sharing his knowledge. Thanks, Lou.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to present you the financial results of the district for the 2019-2020 year. I would just like to make a few comments on these figures, as the COVID situation certainly affected the end results. On the administration side, expenditure was certainly down due to a number of factors. No model district convention being held in Adelaide, not being able to pay out district officers' reimbursement amounts. Training was conducted online instead of face-to-face. DGE's overseas travel, that wasn't taken. District Governors Club handover expenses, this was not paid. Council of Governors meeting held online instead of face-to-face. Since we were not going to have to pay all these expenses, it was decided by the Cabinet that in these accounts we would make a provision for a subsidy for the 2020-21 financial year on dues, which was just over $15,000. Also, we made a provision for future doubtful debts of $5,000. This is more if clubs had a hardship to pay due to the COVID. In the activities, receipts were up, you will notice, due to an ALFF grant of $32,450. I'd just like to note that this was to purchase a fence post auto driver with power pack and side shift. This has become an asset of the district. It is currently being used on Kangaroo Island, and it will remain an asset of the district. LCIF Disaster Fund was created also in our accounts for the year. This was to provide water tanks for fire affected people over in Kangaroo Island. These funds have now been spent on replacing these water tanks. That's about all that I can bring you up to date on the accounts. Read them at your leisure, and I will catch up with you shortly, hopefully.
The red-tailed black cockatoo is a large bird up to 55 to 60 centimetres in length. An adult male is glossy black with bright red panels in its tail and is only found in southeast South Australia and southwest Victoria, where it occurs as a single population covering an area of approximately 18,000 square kilometres. The females have yellow-orange tails and distinctive chest markings. Within this area, its habitat consists of woodlands, stringy bark and willow oak for foraging, and red gum for nesting. With an estimated population of just 1,000 birds, it is in danger of extinction. The major reason for the decline of the red-tailed black cockatoo is loss of habitat through clearing for agriculture. Research estimates over 62% of its original woodland habitat has been cleared. The red-tailed black cockatoo is a specialist feeder, relying on seeds of brown and desert stringy bark and boloke trees. It nests in deep hollows in large eucalypt trees, some more than 200 years old, and may be seen alone during the breeding season or in flocks containing up to 100 or more birds during autumn and winter. The red-tailed black cockatoo may live in the wild for more than 30 years.
My name is Bella Pearson and I'm the President of the Lions Club of Australian Hearing Dogs, and we fully support Lion David Horn's nomination for second Vice District Governor. During our time in our club, David has been our past president and he has shown commitment and passion through all of his work with our club. He was heavily involved in the chartering of our club and shows the commitment to Lions Australia.
Thank you very much, Bella, for that kind introduction. When I think about my life as a whole, there have been two things that have made major impacts in it. The first one is my wonderful wife, Melissa. She's been with me for the last 10 years and she has changed my life significantly. The other one is Lions. I've started my association with Lions clubs 15 years ago, and if you knew me back then, you would see the difference that Lions has made to my life. There are several people who will be watching this who have become great mentors over that time, and they have seen me grow and develop, and that is all from Lions across Australia. I've had a great privilege throughout my professional life of working with Lions across the country, and it is amazing and a privilege to be able to see the work that they do and be part of that as well. One of Lions' greatest benefits is the mentors that they provide. And whether you are 20, 30, 40, 60 or 80, you can still learn from Lions. You can still learn how to give to your community, how to develop as a person. And that's one of the things that I've benefited from greatly throughout my association with Lions. One of the strengths I see from within the organisation, and one of the things I'm very passionate about. So why have I decided to give this a shot? I feel that I've benefited greatly from the experience of Lions across Australia, and especially those within our district. I'm very lucky to have several mentors who I call close friends, and it's through their push, I guess, that I've decided to take this next step. What can I give? I can give that experience and that mentorship back. Through the chartering of our club, the Lions Club of Australian Hearing Dogs, we have a very young membership. And one of the great benefits that our members have is that we've put in place some fantastic experienced people who can help them develop. So hopefully one day they can achieve some of the things that I felt that I have throughout my life. So what can I give the district? Over the next couple of years, we're going to be facing some very tough challenges as we come out of this COVID world. Now, things are tough at the moment, but they're not going to be the same, and we will live in a different world. So what I offer to the district and to the members is a unique set of skills and a passion that will help build on the amazing work that's been left by their leaders past and help us go into the future. Thank you very much for your time in listening, and thank you very much for your consideration.
On behalf of the members of the Victor Harbor and Port Elliot Lions Club, I have great pleasure in nominating Lion Ruth Pearsons for the position of First Vice District Governor for District 201C2. It is interesting that due to COVID-19, this nomination has to be recorded rather than spoken in front of the conventioneers at the C2 convention. But I'm delighted to once again present you with an overall picture of Ruth Pearsons and the road she has travelled and what she has achieved. Ruth entered into the world of Lions when she was inducted into Kalgoorlie Lions Club in March 2012, and then transferring to Victor Harbor and Port Elliot in mid-2014. Since then, she has held most positions in the club, including being a popular and trustworthy president. As a result, the Victor Harbor and Port Elliot Lions Club has a strong commitment and dedication to helping those in the community and those less fortunate around the world. Ruth has often said that being a lion is one of her most rewarding life choices she has ever made. Ruth has had a varied working life, starting as a medical technician, and had several retail and hospitality jobs while raising her family. After moving to Western Australia for her husband Colin's new job, she obtained a job at Newman Seniors High School in the late 90s as a laboratory manager. 5 years later, she returned to South Australia and commenced working at high school laboratory jobs, moving easily from contract to contract to relieve permanent staff at various schools, and this gave her a wonderful ability to network and to make friends in the area. Wanting to carve another path in her working life, she purchased a franchise, and the Cold Rock Ice Creamery kept her busy for the next few years. As everyone knows, her love of ice cream made this role an obvious choice, and as an owner-operator, she was responsible for all aspects of the business, including managing a staff of 13 to 14 people. Ruth has the ability to get things done, and with her combined and unique talents for both hard work and organisation, she has achieved many exciting goals and events in our community, and which has now expanded into other areas within the Lions framework. She has the ability to be both a leader and a team player at club meetings and on committees, and over the past few years has been able to visit clubs bringing a message of optimism during the COVID-19 crisis. Ruth will be continuing to do this into next year. Ruth's husband Colin has now retired and stands side by side with her bid for the first district governor's role. He has set aside the next few years as a working partner to help her Lions work, travel organisation, and to achieve the goals she has set up. Ruth has long demonstrated her passion and enthusiasm to lead and manage any project or challenge, and we, her family club members, are certain that she has the ability to manage and lead the Lions of District 201C2 in the challenges that lie ahead in future years, with the same enthusiasm and passion. Convention, it is my very great pleasure, on behalf of the Lions Club of Victor Harbor and Port Elliot, to introduce our cabinet candidate for the position of First Vice District Governor, Lion Ruth Pearsons.
Hello to everyone as we take part in this very different convention for District 201C2. I'd just like to say well done to District Governor Norm as he has managed and continues to adjust to the issues raised due to COVID-19. Thank you to my friend Chris for her introduction. I am grateful for the support shown by my fellow Lions at Victor Harbor and Port Elliot. Chris is a more recent transferee into the club, but we have known each other for some years, and I very much appreciate her constant support. I have been grateful to be able to conduct club visits since taking on this position. The COVID impact has been minimal in the zones I am visiting, which is somewhat of a privilege compared to other parts of our district and other districts around the country. I have been warmly welcomed, and I very much appreciate the respect given to myself as a member of the District Governor team. Colin has enjoyed accompanying me to some of the club meetings. I have still failed in my attempts to get him to join Lions. However, his ongoing support, most particularly as diary manager, is invaluable. It's wonderful to learn of the range of activities which would normally be conducted by each club. I have seen clubs struggling with the issues raised by the virus, but also their willingness to think outside the box and come up with other ways to serve. I am endeavouring to assist clubs with any issues as they arise. Please contact me at any time. Given these unprecedented times, I expect that I will need to work twice as hard to support clubs, and I'm prepared for that. Many clubs will need support as they adapt their meeting structures. Gaining new members will also be a challenge for some. I am becoming more comfortable with the Zoom meeting format. Taking meetings and training sessions has been a bit testing with internet connections not always being stable. Nevertheless, I have been able to undertake all available training both via Zoom and also on my LCI. I am reminded of the benefits of living in this era with that ability to continue to connect, even though we cannot always meet in person. Being isolated from my fellow Vice District Governors in training has limited some aspects of fellowship, and we have to continue to work to minimise that impact. We could not meet at our convention, but I am pleased that I have already met several of our group during previous leadership trainings, and I look forward to getting to know the rest of the 19. I know this is equally difficult for every one of you who is also using digital platforms to conduct your Lions business. As I look to the future, I am keen to take on the challenges which will no doubt still be affecting our world for some time. I cannot imagine how we may have to change, but I have no doubt that our service will be vital as the financial impacts start to impact more and more on our communities. Recovery will be a long road with a few speed bumps along the way. To quote President John F. Kennedy, "In a time of turbulence and change, it is more true than ever that knowledge is power." I am certain that as I progress further through the Lions District Governor Training Program, my knowledge will increase. Then I will be more able to work with Lions to improve our service impact, both to our fellow Lions and to our communities. I thank everyone who has supported me so far, and I ask for your endorsement for the role of First Vice District Governor for District 201C2 in the year 2021 to 2022. Thank you very much.
Good morning, delegates. My name is Lion Graham Hutchings, and I am honoured to introduce First Vice District Governor Lion Daryl Morley to you. The Lions Club of Kingston are proud to nominate Lion Daryl for the position of District Governor for the 2021-2022 Lions year. Lion Daryl has been a member of the Kingston Lion Club since 2009. He has held a variety of leadership positions within the club, culminating in the presidency in 2013 and 14. I would direct you to his profile, for which outline he has done in the club. In 2017 and 18, he began his district role as Zone 10 chairperson, a role that he completed very well and displayed confidence and competence. He quickly established a warm, friendly working relationship with the clubs in our zone. At District Convention in Darwin in 2018, he was elected to the position of Second Vice District Governor, and he began this commitment in July 2019. At the District Convention in Mount Gambier last year, he was elected to the position of First Vice District Governor, a role that he's currently doing. Our club has no hesitation in nominating Lion Daryl for the district governorship. He is confident and accomplished leader, much respected in the community. Delegates, I present to you the first Vice District Governor Lion Darryl Morley.
Good morning, delegates and viewers. Thank you, Lion Graham, for the introduction. I'm proud and honoured to be a candidate for the position of District Governor for 2021-22 and sincerely thank my club, Kingston, for having confidence in my leadership abilities and nominating me for the position. It would be remiss of me if I did not acknowledge the support that I have received from my wife, Barbara. To undertake the journey from Second Vice District Governor to First Vice District Governor and hopefully to Governor requires a huge commitment from both parties, and I thank her for her support on this journey. What interesting times we live in. As Zone Chairman, under past District Governor David Snook, we supported communities through drought, the effects of which are still evident. As Lions, we were there to help in many, many ways. As Second Vice District Governor and as part of the past District Governor Tom Kimber's leadership team, we contended with the fires in the Adelaide Hills, Kallira and Kangaroo Island. It was a time when Lionism continued to shine through. We served. Now under the leadership of Governor Norm Somerville, we are contending with a pandemic that has disrupted the lives of many families. Let us hope the vaccine is developed soon, but everyone needs to be on the same page and following health advice. I truly hope we have a better year in 2021-22. I am a team player, and if elected, will maintain this. Throughout my professional life, this is how I worked and value the collaboration of others. I will endeavour to keep the district on an even keel as we emerge from this pandemic. My motto is unity in diversity. Every club is autonomous, but we are united by one goal: we serve. In the words of the Song of Australia, we are one but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We speak with one voice. I am, you are, we are all Lions. My aim is to support our autonomy, but emphasise our unity. The past 2 years, our district has supported the childhood cancer program. If elected, I would like to change tack. Whilst I fully support the cancer initiative, I would like to focus on vision and the Lion Health Project, in particular, children's eye health. While every child has the right to live, they also have the right to see. My business card, letterhead, banner and badge will feature the Cape Jaffa Lighthouse. What better icon for light have we in our district? Without light, there is no vision. This grand old structure withstood the elements for 100 years and is a symbol of the South Australian National Trust. In 2017, at the Hobart Multi-District Convention, Lions adopted a policy on domestic violence. I am fully supportive of this policy and ask all clubs to familiarise themselves with it. Both the Kingston and Road clubs have worked in collaboration with the local Women's Health Advisory Group to fund a business-sized card detailing where help is available. A very worthwhile project. In closing, I ask that you continue to support me as you have for the past 2 years. I look forward to working with the leadership team and Cabinet as your District Governor as we emerge from COVID and set the foundations together for a new norm. Stay focused on the future, be resilient, and don't be complacent. Above all, stay safe. It feels like a Vera Lynn moment, but we will meet again on a sunny day next year at our convention in Waikerie. Thank you to Naracoorte team for their efforts and to the Waikerie team who are working through the current changing landscapes. Thank you very much.
District Governor Norm, delegates, conventioneers, Lions one and all. It's with a great privilege that I stand here before you today in support of my nomination for the role of trustee on the board of the Lions Medical Research Foundation. Now, in every election, regardless of its purpose, there are two questions that you, the voters, need to ask the nominee, that's me. Those two questions are, why should I vote for you? And what do you bring to the table that would justify me voting for you? In the short time available to me, I will try and answer both those questions. Firstly, for the past 6 years, I've been an elected member of the board of the foundation, and for 4 years prior to that, I was also a member of the foundation's Future Directions Subcommittee, as well as a member of the Skin Cancer Screening Subcommittee. So, as you can see, I bring a fair amount of experience and knowledge to the table from those 10 years of involvement. Additional to that, I can also inform you that for the past 5 years, my fellow trustees have had sufficient faith and confidence in me to appoint me as the Foundation Secretary, and additionally for the past 12 months I have also been the Foundation's Public Officer. So to summarise, proven ability, knowledge, experience and the support of my fellow trustees. Add to that the fact that I also demonstrate a high work ethic by the fact that I also occupied the role of District Governor in years 2016 to 17 without any effect on my duties as the Foundation Secretary. So all in all, I think I can well and truly justify my re-election as a member of the board. If re-elected, I would make myself available for appointment as Secretary once again, where I would hope to continue the work that the board has been able to initiate over the past 6 years. During that time, I have organised 2 future planning or strategic direction training days, which have benefited the board considerably. At this point, I would like to thank my fellow trustees for their support over the years and for their confidence in my abilities, and I would also like to thank all those clubs that have supported the foundation, both financially by way of donations and well as hands-on by way of supporting and hosting a skin cancer screening event in their localities. I do look forward to continuing to meet the challenges offered by the role of trustee on the board, and of course those challenges include the awarding of postdoctoral scholarships to university students, as well as other matters involving skin cancer screening. I look forward to continue to work with clubs and my fellow trustees, and I do thank you for your attention, albeit that this has been in a different format to our normal convention. Thank you once again, and I look forward to continuing my work on the board of the Foundation. Thank you for your attention.
Hello Lions, I'm nominating to the position of Lions Medical Research Foundation trustee because I believe in the objectives of the foundation. My past history has been one of committee and board involvement, starting from my youth days when I was a member of the Royal Youth Organisation and represented the Riverland on State Committee. From that time on, I was running their family farm, involved in most committees in our country community. 30 years ago, my wife Jill and family moved to Hallett Cove for the education of our 2 daughters. This meant Jill and I finding employment, which we did. During this time, I progressed from handyman to maintenance supervisor and then maintenance manager of the Stamford Grand Hotel. The latter position meant sitting on the executive committee and making decisions involving the business. I was then seconded to the position of OH&S manager of the 2 Stamford hotels in Adelaide. This position meant taking on study to gain my diploma in OH&S, which I achieved. Once again, I sat on a management committee and was responsible for the health and well-being of 1,500 staff. My career then extended when I was appointed to the position of WHS Manager of the Adelaide Oval redevelopment. This meant building a WHS system for the management of 2,500 staff and contractors. I continued this role until my retirement 18 months ago. I joined Lions 10 years ago and love being involved in community volunteering and in particular helping people. I became involved in District Cabinet 3 years after joining as a member and have held several roles ever since, the last being District Governor for the year 2019-20. This was a great experience which allowed me to see the bigger picture of what Lions are doing in the community and what they can do in the future. I'm particularly passionate about medical research and Lions' involvement in medical research. While I haven't been involved in the medical profession, I understand the need for good governance, the need to work as a team and being passionate of what you're doing while working as a team. I ask for your endorsement and support for my nomination to the position of Trustee to the Lions Medical Research Foundation. Thank you.
Each nominated delegate of a club in good standing and each past district governor in our district will receive a ballot paper indicating the names of the candidates for office in the district and each candidate for district representative. There is one candidate for each of the positions of district governor, first vice district governor, second vice district governor. There is one candidate for each of the positions of Lions Medical Research Foundation 3-year term, Lions Medical Research Foundation 1-year term. For each position, the delegate or PDG is encouraged to exercise their vote by marking the ballot papers either yes or no next to the name of each candidate. Please refer to the ballot paper for further information. Please note, a candidate is required to secure a majority of votes cast by the delegates voting in order to be declared elected. For the purpose of such election, a majority is defined as a number more than 1/2 of the total valid votes cast, excluding blanks and abstentions.
District Governor Norm, fellow Lions. It's my privilege to present to you the annual report and audited accounts for the year ending 30 June 2020 of your Lions Medical Research Foundation. My name is Rhys Roberts. I'm the Deputy Chairman of the Foundation and one of the District's 3 trustees on the board. The Foundation was established some 20 years ago at the turn of the century to oversee the 2C District's interests in all matters medical. It is your foundation. Our aim is to promote and fund and research and educate into the prevention and cure of diseases which sees millions of men, women and children worldwide die because of conditions that are, for the most part, significantly preventable. Your Foundation's activities over the past financial year have concentrated on the skin cancer screening project, which was brought to a grinding halt in March by the COVID-19 pandemic. The ongoing provision and funding of PhD scholarships and grants for medical research, and most recently, this past year, engaging in education activities via a series of public lectures through the South Australian Medical Health Research Institute and the Australian Society for Medical Research. The year has seen scholarship extensions granted to the currently funded PhD researchers at Adelaide University, whom we obviously believe are progressing well. We're one of the few research organisations that actively encourage and contribute to the development of new researchers right here in South Australia. Skin cancer screenings were again very successful until, obviously, March. The demand is ever growing. There's a steady 22% suspicious lesion rate of those members of the public screened. This represents a significant community service in the rural sector in particular. What an understatement. The late Dr. Bob Coulthard AM was right on the money when he said, "The skin cancer screening program is the best project ever undertaken by the C districts." What a membership marketing tool for Lions the mobile unit is, wherever it goes. When we resume is clearly not in our hands and is mere speculation. We owe our sincere thanks, District Governor, to the now retired Marilyn Miller OAM, who has chaired and coordinated the Skin Cancer Committee and its activities since its inception in C2 in 2011. It incurs substantial effort and commitment over a full 12 months every year and warrants our most sincere and heartfelt thanks and congratulations to Marilyn and her team. The Skin Cancer Project continues to grow nationally, beyond Western Australia, South Australia and the Northern Territory, with Victorian Lions building their own mobile unit, which they plan to launch as soon as they are allowed early in the new year. I'm pleased to report that, despite COVID, clubs and other donors have continued their critical support of the Foundation, whose assets remain solid at just a few dollars under $1.1 million. The audited financials are before you, and I take the opportunity to congratulate and thank C1's Graham Pascoe OAM, who is retiring from the Foundation, for his 20 years of service, mostly as Treasurer. He is replaced by the most capable PDG Mick Miller. May I also express my personal thanks to you, my C2 district, who have generously re-elected me as their trustee to the Foundation for the last 19 years, all of which has been as Secretary or Deputy Chairman. It has been a great opportunity to help the Foundation grow, which I have thoroughly enjoyed, and I thank you. Finally, I thank all Lions members and member clubs of C2 for their ongoing support of the Foundation and its work undertaken on your behalf for the betterment of our fellow Australians. District Governor Norm, I move the adoption of the annual report and audited accounts for the Lions Medical Research Foundation Incorporated for the year 2019-20. Thank you.
Notice of Motion 1, submitted by the Lions Club of Edwardstown concerning the continuation of the Sleeping Rough District project. And the motion reads that this convention approves the extension of the district's Sleeping Rough project for a further 3 years, expiring on June 30th, 2024. The explanation and further details have been forwarded to clubs and will appear in the convention booklet sent to delegates. Nominations for the District Governor Team 2021 to 2022. Nominations, as per the election speeches made by candidates earlier, have been received by the due date for consideration at the 2020 District Convention. The nominations for district officers and representatives have been reviewed and approved by the District Nominations Committee. All concerned have consented to their nomination. Signed, Shirley Pedler, Cabinet Secretary. Nominations to host the 2022 District 201C2 Convention. A nomination has not been received to host the 2022 District Convention. If your club or zone is interested, nominations to host the 2022 District Convention will be considered by the District Cabinet in consultation with the District Governor Team. Ballot papers for the adoption of motions, including election of officers and district representatives, and the convention booklet containing the full notice of motions and audited financial statements will be provided directly to nominated convention delegates and to all past district governors in the district. Delegates will have until the 30th of October 2020 to return the ballot by post or email.
Welcome everybody to the 2020 Memorial Ceremony. I am First Vice District Governor Daryl Morley from the Kingston Club, and I am honoured to be conducting this ceremony. I take this opportunity to emphasise that this is not a time to mourn, but instead a time to reflect, rejoice and remember. Focus on the contributions that each person has made in their community and the many lives that they have touched. I will read the names in club alphabetical order. From the Lions Club of Alice Springs, Lion Lillian Bucock. From Darwin Casuarina, Lion Frank Jones. From Edwardstown, Lion Roger Searle. From Gambia City, Lion David Greeley. From Gulba, Lion's partner Mary Siciliano. From Hahndorfen Districts, Lion Harry Tillier. Hahndorfen Districts, Lion Robert Kilpatrick. From Myrimple, Lion Terry Bowman. Karoonda and District, Lion Don Anderson. From Kingston, Lion Colin Pargeter. From Litchfield, Lion Ken McCoolin. From Merbeen, Lion Trevor Blaby. From Mitcham, past District Governor Rob Leader. Mount Gambier, Lion Albert Neal. From Mount Gambier, Lion Ian Robertson. From Murray Bridge, Lion Meg Farman. From Naracoorte, Lion Murray Sherwell. From Noarlunga Morford Vale, Lion Elaine Phillips. From Penola, Lion Preston Wiley. From Renmark, Lion Ken Peterson. From Strathalbyn and District, Lion Flora Voldhutter. From Tintinara, Lion Tom Ferguson. From Victor Harbour Port Elliot, Lion David Virgo. From Waikerie, Lion Bob Williams. From Yankalilla and Districts, Lion Brian Kane. Lest we forget. Thank you one and all. That concludes the memorial ceremony for 2020. Stay vigilant, don't be complacent, and above all, stay safe. Until we meet in Waikerie next year, farewell.
So you're planning a business event and you're looking for a location. You want a place that inspires your delegates, that stimulates the senses and fires the imagination. Australia's capital city is the nation's academic and political heart. This city has a deep well of quality knowledge that you can tap into for your conference or event. If you want to inspire your delegates, then consider Canberra's acclaimed cultural attractions, the museums and galleries that are the very custodians of Australia's stories. This is the place where policies are formed, decisions are made and laws are passed that affect the nation. And it's from here that you'll have unparalleled access to thought leaders and decision makers across government, business, research and academia. And in this city, the culture is matched by the cuisine, with award-winning restaurants, world's best wines, and fantastic baristas.
Canberra, brilliant possibilities.
Council Chairperson, immediate past District Governor David Triffett and Lions Australia invite you to the 69th Lions Multiple District Convention to be held at the National Convention Centre, Canberra, May 7th to 10th, 2021.
On behalf of myself, as your District Governor, I would like to thank CAB Secretary Rob Winters for their efforts in putting the IT convention, plus everyone else that helped put it together, and thanking you again, Norm, your DG.